howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the GOP losing a redistricting case in Utah. Back in 2018 in Utah, a voter-approved ballot measure created nonpartisan redistricting standards. But in October of this year, the Utah legislature created a new map that made two districts more competitive, but not really competitive, and still heavily favored Republicans. The League of Women Voters of Utah and Mormon Women for Ethical Government sued the Utah state legislature. District Court Judge Diana Gibson wrote, quote, "Map C fails in many ways to comply with Proposition 4. First, Map C was drawn with partisan political data on display. Map C does not abide by Proposition 4's traditional redistricting criteria to the greatest extent practicable. And based on the evidence presented, the court finds that Map C was drawn with the purpose to favor Republicans, a conclusion that follows from even SB 1011's metric for partisan intent, and it unduly favors Republicans and disfavors Democrats." That part ended the Republican gerrymandered map. Because Republicans waited so late in the game to try to change the map, there was also a time crunch to get a replacement map. Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson, who is Utah's top elections officer, said a replacement map had to be in by November 10 to make sure it was ready for the 2026 election cycle. The lieutenant governor actually posted a reference to the Princess Bride's "I'm waiting" scene on social media as the clock ticked down. Shortly before the deadline, Judge Gibson chose Plaintiff's Map 1 as the replacement map. The map has a non-gerrymandered district around Salt Lake City. That's pretty much a guaranteed Democratic win. Republicans are so mad. They're talking about trying to impeach the judge. The reality is that if they had followed the will of the people of Utah more carefully, they would have simply had more competitive districts that were equally balanced. Or if they had only tried to put their finger on the scale a little bit, it probably would have still worked out for them. But they went too far. And the new map chosen by the judge is certainly less favorable than one they could have drawn simply by following the rules. A joint statement from the Democratic House and Senate minority caucuses said, quote, "We, the Utah House and Senate Democrats, feel a deep sense of hope and relief following Judge Gibson's decision to adopt the Plaintiff's Map 1. This is a win for every Utahn. We took an oath to serve the people of Utah, and fair representation is the truest measure of that promise." At time of recording, I don't see anything that readily screams Republicans will appeal on these grounds, but I'm sure they'll find something and try. I'm not sure if the deadline negates any appeals or not, but we'll keep following it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.